Prepare yourself for a wonderful journey. We're going to show you 11 important things from your life that you need to quietly cut out in this video. Welcome to this journey with us. Please share your thoughts on everything we talk about and stay until the end of the video. Your journey will teach you new things and help you grow. Now is your chance to really think about who you are and get a better sense of it. We think the information we're about to share will help you and improve your quality of life. How about we start first? You don't have to explain yourself to people who hurt you. You don't need to complain, argue, or get into a fight over someone's bad mood. It's better to move on without trying to figure out why someone did something that hurt and disrespected you. Even if you thought they were a great friend, do not lose your cool and keep your mind on growing. At some point that person might need your help and come to you. At that point it's enough to just say no if you need to. You can also explain why you did what you did. You don't have to help this person if they broke your trust and didn't behave well. So there's no reason to fight or get into a fight. Time will show you what that person did was wrong, so the best thing to do is to gently cut them out of your life. Take care of yourself first, and then let the future show you what's best for both of you. Our deepest respect for ourselves and our limits is shown when we let ourselves move forward without having to defend or explain our decisions. Always keep in mind that we don't have to hang out with people who hurt us or don't value us. People should treat each other with care and like them for who they really are. We're being brave for our mental health and personal growth when we choose to gently cut ties with people who hurt us. This will help us live a more authentic and satisfying life. Second point, goals that aren't needed. There will be times when you understand the importance of making decisions, acting in a certain way, or following your own path. If you want to follow the path that is most in line with who you are, you may have to give up some goals. This does happen sometimes because we don't always get everything done, which isn't always fair or based in reality, can make us unhappy and envious. Can you see how this could be bad? Because of this we need to learn how to control how much of these digital stories we read. Imagine that you came to this online library with a clear goal in mind. You go inside, look for exactly what you need, like a link, ideas, or facts, and then you leave, going back to the truth of your own book, the life book. But how does this work in real life? Setting times during the day to check your social media will help you avoid getting lost in it all the time. Whether it's breakfast, a break at work, or the end of the day, this gives you a plan that keeps social media from taking over your thoughts and time. Another good approach is to think about the point of every online contact. Am I looking for something useful here, or am I just passing the time? This question can help you tell the difference between useful use and pointless idle consumption. Also, it's important to know how to tell if social media is making your mood or self-esteem worse. When you use these platforms and then feel down, it might be time to take a break. Spend this time doing things that make you happy and fulfilled in real life, like reading a book, doing a sport, or just being outside and enjoying nature. By doing these things, you not only take care of your mental health, but you also find the beauty of your own story without having to compare it to other people's all the time. Remember that everyone has a unique path through life, full of ups and downs, successes and failures. That's what makes each story, including yours, so important and special. I want you to think about how you can start in the next part of your story today with less impact from the digital world and more focus on what really counts in your life. Let's start this journey of getting to know ourselves and growing together. Use the wisdom of the world's best thinkers to take control of your life. Stoicism in the 21st century will help you be strong, happy, and successful. Change problems into wins, stress into strength, and doubt into clarity. Launch your Stoic journey to a successful and happy life by clicking on the link in the saved comment right now. Get your ebook right now. 8th point, the need to be liked by others. In this world, people's worth often seems to depend on how other people see them. That being said, I want you to think about how freeing it is to stop looking for acceptance all the time. Today, picture yourself on stage with all eyes on you. There are a lot of faces waiting for you, and each one has an opinion on how you should act, speak, and be. Can you picture how bad this is now? Picture yourself leaving that stage and going into a calm and peaceful place where your own opinion is the only one that matters. This image shows the importance of listening to and respecting your own inner voice above the noise around you. We lose touch with with who we really are and what we really want when we make choices and act based on the need to be liked. It's like always trying to fit into clothes that don't fit just to please other people. Now think about the times when you were happy and satisfied the most. It's likely that you were in line with your own morals and views at those times, regardless of what other people thought or expected. That's what it means to live in an authentic way. What about how can we use this in our everyday lives? Small steps are taken at first when you're about to make a choice. For example, ask yourself, am I doing this because I really want to, or because that's what other people expect of me? Learn to trust your gut and figure out what you want and need. Boosting your self-esteem is another important thing you can do. Celebrate your successes, value the good things about you, and learn from your mistakes. Remember that accepting yourself is a process that never ends, and that every little win is important. Finally, make friends and build relationships with people who support and encourage you to be your best self. People who accept your uniqueness and encourage you to show your real self should be in your immediate vicinity. We can find a more authentic and satisfying path when we let go of the need for praise from other people. We can write our own stories with the ink of truthfulness and courage on this path, allowing us to be the real heroes of our own lives. We hope that this second topic has inspired you to think about how you can live a more authentic life, one that is true to yourself without worrying about what other people think. The ninth point is how we treat our relationships, whether they are romantic or friendship-based. Relationships are like windows. They show different parts of our lives and give us situations that make us who we are. But this is a tricky area, the line between privacy and secrecy. The relationship you have with someone is like a secret garden. It's where you grow feelings, dreams, and special times. This yard is holy, and it should be treated with respect and care. A friendship or a romantic relationship ending can make you feel hurt, confused, and like you need to figure out what happened. There are, however, important things to keep in mind. This yard and this shared story are only yours and the other person's. By not telling them personal things or the reason for the breakup, you're not only keeping their honor but also keeping your own heart safe. If you tell other people this, it could lead to mistakes, opinions, or even worse, gossip. This doesn't help the body heal. Instead, it can make the pain last longer and start a loop of bad feelings. So how can we handle the termination of a relationship in a healthy way? To begin, it's very important to give yourself time and room to heal. Don't try to hide your feelings. Let yourself feel them. Seek the help of a mental health worker if you need to. They can give you fair advice and support. Second, make it a habit to think about yourself instead of looking for approval or comfort from other people. Look within yourself. Think about what this relationship has taught you and how you can use that knowledge to improve yourself. There are lessons to be learned from every relationship, even the ones that end. Always remember that keeping things private and secret shows that you are an adult and value yourself as well as the other person. As you close a chapter in your life, do it with respect and honor, knowing that each event has helped you get ready for the next one. With that, we'll wrap up the third point and hope it helps you understand how to end relationships with wisdom and respect while still giving yourself and the other person the respect and privacy we plan. And sometimes you have to give up some things to get other things. That being said, it's important to get rid of these pointless goals without letting everyone know about it. Don't drop hints or information that could lead people to your main plan. Be smarter about this process. Quietly get rid of goals that aren't as important to you and make small changes to your life over time. As soon as the cards are dealt, you should always act in a discreet way, keeping your plan safe and letting your character guide your choices as you look for the path that fits who you are. The best third point: relationships, whether they're family, friends, or love. It's very important not to vent or share private information with other people about why a friendship or relationship ended. Individuals interested in the closeness you share with each other are the only ones who need to know the reasons, because it can only lead to gossip and make things worse. No one should know about fights or bad situations. You should talk to yourself about what happened if you feel like you need to. The need to share could mean that there are still hurts that need to be healed. So no matter what, the right thing to do is to think about these habits alone, without telling anyone else. It's important to end a troubled relationship in your life without telling other people about it. Keeping these things to yourself and working through them on the inside will help you accept them and he'll take care of your mental health with wisdom and judgment while maintaining the privacy and respect of all parties concerned. The fourth point is that when things are tense, don't raise your voice in public and don't show too much rage or anger. When you're angry, channel that anger into doing things that will make things better. Your body will learn how to deal with worry. If you use that energy to move toward your life goals, keep your feelings in check, think about them, and then use the energy you've built up to do something that makes you stronger. Be careful and private though, because losing control can show weak spots when things are tense. Try to get rid of this stress in a quiet way by fixing problems, doing what you need to do, and using logic to help you instead of telling everyone about your problems. Value what and who is already in your life and practice thanks. Find a quiet way to release mental stress and look for ways to deal with problems in a healthy way. Please leave a comment if you've made it this far to show that you really want to change. For more videos like this, please like and subscribe. Let's keep going. Fifth point: don't tell other people what you think about someone. You shouldn't even hold those kinds of thoughts in your mind. Think about what kind of picture you are giving off when you say bad things about someone. You could have an interesting talk or add to it, but instead you choose to ruin the mood just to get your anger out about that person. Don't do that. Please don't tell everyone who you like or hate who you are. Figure out how to be polite. If you don't like someone, you can stay away from them or try to live with them in a way that is acceptable to both of you. Always be smart about what you do. If you don't like that person, try to talk to them and come to an agreement, but you should get rid of these thoughts and views you have about other people right away. No matter if you like or hate someone, you should always act politely, demonstrating your ability to adapt to new situations, change and connect with others despite your differences. Always show respect and empathy when you're with other people. This will help make the setting more peaceful and your relationships with other people stronger. Sixth point: don't compare yourself to other people all the time. Every person should be respected for their own path, accomplishments, and wins regardless of what other people have done. We shouldn't compare our lives to other people's because it can hurt our mental health and stop us from growing as people. It also lowers our self-esteem because we might compare ourselves negatively and focus on what we think we lack instead of noticing our own strengths and successes. When we constantly compare ourselves to others, we lose sight of our own goals and wishes. Instead, we focus on what we think other people want or expect from us, which takes our attention away from what really matters. We can't move forward on our own journey and reach our own goals. Because of this, we can learn to be grateful for our own situations and enjoy our own progress and growth if we stop comparing ourselves to others. Remember that everyone is different and has their own problems. It's not fair or good to compare yourself to other people. Everybody has their own skills, weaknesses, and life path. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should work on growing as people and learning new things. Seventh point: using social media in a smart way. Take a moment to picture your life as a book full of interesting stories, lessons, and travels. Now picture social media as a library where every second millions of other stories are shared. Sounds exciting, right? But there is a sneaky danger here. Always comparing. As we read these digital stories, we often find ourselves comparing the hardest parts of our own lives to the best parts of other people's. This comparison deserve. 10th point: letting go of standards that are too high. We're going on an inner journey where we'll look at how our assumptions can shape and sometimes confuse how we see the world. Let's start with a figure of speech. Picture your life as a big trip across a huge ocean. Every hope you have is like a sail on your boat. It helps you move toward your dreams and goals. But if these sails are too big, if our hopes and expectations become unrealistic, they can take us off course and into rough waters of sadness and unhappiness. Expectations that are too high are like plans that show riches that don't exist. They push us to find beauty in other people, in the things that happen to us, and in the things that happen to us. But we should ask ourselves if these ideas are really ours, or if they were forced on us by things like society, culture, or even the media. Before we can start to let go of these standards, we need to be aware of them. This needs honesty and self-reflection. How do these standards make you feel? Do they lift you up or bring you down? Do they show what I value And who I really am. Practice accepting things as they are is the next step. Being okay with who you are, where you are on your journey, and the things you can't change. You don't have to give up on your dreams. You just need to be aware of and appreciate the process of getting there, with all of its flaws and difficulties. Also, it's very important to learn how to set goals that are attainable, goals that are in line with who you really are, not with how you think success should look. It's also important to enjoy the little wins along the way and remember that every step, no matter how small, is growth in the end. Don't forget that the journey is just as important as the end goal. If you let go of standards that are too high, life will go more smoothly and easy. Making room for joys and shocks that you couldn't have planned. That's the end of the fourth point. We hope it inspires you to sail through life with sails that are set to reality and enjoy the beauty of the journey with all of its turns and finds. 11th point. We're about to enter land that is frequently ignored in our daily exchanges but has a big effect on our health and the relationships we build: gossiping and spreading bad news. This section will talk about how deciding to stay away from these habits can not only make us feel better but also make our relationships better. Think about how every word we say plants a seed in our lives and the lives of others. We plant the seeds of kindness and understanding when we speak words of support, encouragement, and happiness, while gossiping or talking badly about other people, on the other hand, causes confusion, mistrust, and strife. Going along with gossip might seem like a fun way to meet new people or stay in touch, but it's actually a two-way street that makes us and others feel disrespected and less important. Also, when we focus on the bad things in the world, we feed an attitude that makes it hard for us to see the good things in our surroundings. Now the question is, how can we get off this path and take a better one? To begin in, it's important to be aware of the talks we have. If a conversation starts to turn into gossip or pointless criticism, try changing the subject or bringing up something good about the person or situation. Also, work on showing understanding. Ask yourself, would I want this said about me before you say or share something about someone? Answering this simple question can help us keep our talks polite and helpful. Creating a good atmosphere around you is another important step. Be around positive, authentic people. You can build a community of respect and support for each other if you work together. Last but not least, remember that you are the first person who can make a difference. You're not only protecting your own honor by not taking part in negative talk and gossip, but you're also setting an example for others. We can develop a more upbeat, sensitive, and adaptable attitude by following these rules. This will help us grow as people and have deeper, important relationships with others. To be informed of new videos, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. Don't forget to like and comment on the video. 2 more videos will now show up on your screen. Good luck on your journey to wisdom. Don't give up.